Scott Parazynski, good to have you back on Spaceflight Now and our special coverage of STS-135, the last shuttle mission. This is tough, I know. Let's talk about, we're trying to get our shuttle memories. You have a ton, just like everybody we're talking to today. Give us your favorite.
Well, that would be tough, but I will share one with you from my very first spacewalk, which is something that I look forward to, since I was a little tyke. It's the ultimate astronaut experience. And we had spent many hours, Vladimir Titov and myself, in the training pool at the Neutral Buoyancy Lab in Houston, all set to go, open up the hatch, just thrilled to be out there. I recall looking up and seeing Anatoly Solovyov looking down on me at this little tiny porthole from the Mir space station. We had asked the crew in the shuttle as well as the Mir to turn off all the lights so we could really appreciate the night sky because we're going out at orbital night. So it was just spectacular. All excited, full of adrenaline, and get out to the sill of the orbiter and doing my safety tether swap there. And lo and behold, my safety tether does not retract. This is a nightmare. I ended up, doing all the things that you would obviously do, banging on it, pulling out a little bit more, trying to push it back in, adjusting the little lever to try and lock and unlock it. None of it worked. And so I ended up having like 15 feet of this steel metal braid cable off to my side. I'm thinking, man, I've waited my entire life, and they're going to call me in without even getting a chance to go do the real job. But thankfully, I'm a mountaineer. I knew all about ice climbing and the Russian tether protocol, which is kind of similar to putting in an ice axe here and then another one here, kind of hand over hand crawling on the outside of the space station. And so that's exactly what we did. Ended up putting on a couple of waist tethers on the handrails, bundling up this errant safety tether reel, throwing that back in the airlock, and Vladimir and I finished off our spacewalk. But there's a high pucker factor.
What that points out is there are so many times along the way when spacewalking astronauts have had to improvise, and you've been a part of that a couple of times. We don't have time to go into your whole saving of the solar array on the space station, but the amount of knowledge learned on spacewalks in the course of the shuttle program, it's kind of hard to overstate, is it?
It's a comical learning curve. You're exactly right. One of my mentors in spacewalking is Dr. Story Musgrave, a great old guy, and he was the very first to conduct a space shuttle spacewalk and led the first Hubble servicing mission. But he would always say, the only thing expected about EVA is the unexpected. And that certainly has been borne out by the history of EVA. There's always some little gotcha out there, but thankfully the training that we do and the resourcefulness of our teams in Houston, we're typically always able to get the job done. But it's not easy.
Scott Parazynski, who always made it look easy. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot, Miles.